dari Komplek Balai Budaya Minomartani Ngaglik Lembang. Inilah Radio BBM, Jaringan Radio Komunitas Yogyakarta.
Radio Komunitas Balai Budaya Minomartani. Radio Budaya, Radio Warga, Radio Kita Bersama.
Hello Warga Budaya. Thank you for listening to BBM FM Community Radio, Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
Community Radio BBM FM, Creation for Nation.
Radio Komunitas BBM FM. Dukunglah budaya Indonesia.
Hello, good evening listeners of Minomartani Radio. Welcome back to 107.7 BBM FM.
Here, we will accompany Warga Budaya for some time to come. Oh yes, maybe BBM's loyal listeners are still unfamiliar with our voice. So, let's get an introduction first. Let me introduce myself. My name is Marini Apriyanti Tamba. And of course, I am accompanied by my colleagues who are extraordinarily enthusiastic. You can say hi while introducing yourselves, guys.
Hi, my name is Luthfi Ersa Dzikriansyah, and you can call me Luthfi.
Hi everyone, my name is Maulina Atika Sari, and you can call me Maulina. Maybe you are asking, who are we from?
So, we are the students of Applied English Vocational College, Universitas Gadjah Mada.
Yup, that's really true. Just for information, our study program studies public relations, content writing, culture, and foreign languages, and of course is prepared more specifically so that we can enter the world of work directly.
That's right. The study program is very interesting and highly recommended.
That was a glimpse of information about our study program. And today, we will present a material that will be really fun to discuss. What do you think we will discuss for today?
So, today we are going to discuss about one of the museums in Yogyakarta named Museum Wayang Kekayon.
Wow, this discussion looks interesting. By the way, where is Museum Wayang Kekayon? I didn't fly far enough.
So, Museum Wayang Kekayon is a museum located on Jogja Wonosari Street, number 277, Batu Retno, Banguntapan, Bantul. And it has an area for almost 2 hectares, and this museum was founded by a professor at Universitas Gadjah Mada. Do you know, guys?
No. Who is that?
So, this museum was founded by Professor Dr. Kanjeng Pangeran Haryo Sujono Prawiro Hadikusumo. So, the story is like this. Professor Sujono previously studied in Netherlands and he loved visiting museum there. One day, he was challenged by a museum keeper. The museum keeper said like this: "It would be a sin if in the cultural center of Yogyakarta there is no museum about wayang."
Okay, so what's then?
Well, Professor Sujono felt challenged. When he returned from college, he collected a collection of wayang bit by bit. Almost 90% of the wayang in this museum were from the collections of Professor Sujono, and 10% were the grants from artists throughout Indonesia.
So that's how it is. Are there any other collections in the museum?
Yes, there are. Apart from storing wayang, this museum also holds several collections of masks, statues, and gamelan.
But guys, you said earlier that the area of the museum is 2 hectares, right? So, are those 2 hectares full of buildings to store these collections?
Of course not. This museum has several complexes. I'll explain one by one.
Okay, so we can understand it more deeply.
In front of this museum, there is a large garden planted with several large trees such as ringin, ketapang, and others. In front of this garden, there is a main pavilion which has a Javanese artistic building combined with Chinese culture. Before entering, we will be greeted by a gate which has 2 statues of soldiers. Before COVID, this pavilion was used for events by local residents and surrounded by several unique things.
What are they?
So, at the right of the pavilion, there is a Balai Ranu Mangkubumi, where there is a gazebo surrounded by statues showing people pouring water in jars. Apart from that, there are also 3 Japanese statues illustrating Japanese colonialism in Indonesia. Behind the pavilion, there is a statue of Soekarno-Hatta, which illustrates the new chapter in Indonesia after the Independence Day.
Okay, so those are the front, the right, and the back. Then, what's going on the left?
So, on the left, this is the most unique. There is a water tower in the form of a temple which illustrates the glory of Majapahit, which succeeded in uniting the archipelago. Apart from that, there is also a fountain of colonial nuanced angels which symbolize Dutch colonialism in Indonesia.
Wow, really interesting. Many people must be wondering, where is the wayang collection stored?
I'll answer. So, there is a room that forms the letter L and has 7 rooms. In the first room, there is a replica of Gatot Kaca.
Gatot Kaca? Who is he?
Gatot Kaca is the popular character for Javanese. He is described as a person who has strong body and soul. He can even defeat his enemies easily.
More than that, what else we can see in this room?
Of course, you can also see a picture of a wayang performance. You can improve your knowledge about the arrangement of wayang, the stage, and many others about it.
How about the next room?
In the second room, there are replicas of Rama Wijaya, Wayang Purwa, and the illustration of Ramayana story.
Okay, what is Wayang Purwa?
Okay guys, for your information, Wayang Purwa is the oldest wayang in this country. In Javanese, Purwa means the beginner. Okay, and I'll continue my explanation about the next room. In the third room, there are replicas of Dewi Sinta and Wayang Madya. And just for information, Wayang Madya is created by Mangkunegara Sekawan, a king of Kasunanan Surakarta. It is a bridge between Purwa and Kedok. And not only that, in this room also save Wayang Kedok itself and an illustration of Mahabharata story.
Wayang Kedok? What's that?
Wayang Kedok is a wayang that originates by the story of Raden Panji from Majapahit and Kediri kingdoms. It is called Kedok because of the sound it makes from the puppet box.
Ah, I see. So, what's in the next room?
For the fourth room, there are replicas of Bambang Irawan, Wayang Beber, whose presentation is manifested in a stretched sheets of paper, and also Wayang Klitik. By the way, Wayang Klitik is made of wood. It was firstly created by Pangeran Pekik Adipati Surabaya. In another history, it was also stated that Wayang Klitik was created by Sunan Kudus in the 16th to 17th century for distributing Islamic knowledge. In this room, there is also Punakawan. They are Semar, Gareng, Petruk, and Bagong.
Wow, it is interesting. Then, what's the next?
In the fifth room, there are replicas of Anoman, Wayang Ukur, Wayang Bali, Wayang Kaper, and 100 Wayang Kurawa. And in the sixth room, there are replicas of Wayang Golek Kumbokarno, Wayang Golek Cepak, Wayang Golek Menak, and Wayang Sunda.
And then, how about the last room?
In the last room, it is a little different from other rooms. Here, there are replicas of Rahwana, the enemy of Ramawijaya, Wayang Sulu, Wayang Kancil, and several masks from Java and Bali.
Ah, so this museum doesn't just store wayang, huh? Wait, you said Wayang Kancil. Isn't Kancil an animal?
It's true, but it is usually used to tell fables that have a moral message for the readers.
Wow, the collection in this museum are really amazing.
So, before we move to the next topic, we will play a little songs and have a little break. So, stay tuned. Warga Budaya, thank you so much. You are still waiting for us. Let's continue our discussion.
Okay, by the way, guys, is museum important for cultural appreciation?
In my opinion, of course, it can be public space to used by cultural or artistic community to share their work. So, all people can appreciate it and know more about culture.
I agree. With museum, we can explore our culture deeply, and it can be a way for actors to collaborate with other stakeholders to create impact on increasing the interest of the young generation in visiting museum.
Actually, we have the same opinion about that. So guys, in this era, are you still interested in visiting museums?
Personally, I'm still doing that. Why not? It is interesting, right?
What's something that make you still interested to visit museum?
I don't know what is my specific reason. I just like learning about history because sometimes I could get valuable knowledge from it. And I could not get it in another place.
Ah, I see. So, do you think that Museum Wayang is important too?
Sure, Wayang is our special culture, and not all of the countries in this world have this unique culture. So, Museum Wayang is important for us because we can preserve our culture, or maybe we can make it to be a place for all people learning about our culture.
That's true. If we make museum as an educational place, we can teach our next generation about our culture. From that, our culture can be kept by them until the next era.
From this discussion, of course, we understand more about Museum Wayang Kekayon.
That's right. But unfortunately, this museum has had a very few visitors since the pandemic. And you must know, guys, that the buildings also look a little unkept and the situation is a very unfortunate.
But for those of you who are curious about this museum, and when you have free time, you can really visit this museum, guys. Maybe with your family, friends, crush, and others. This museum opens every weekday from 8:30 to 14 and Saturday from 8:30 to 12. To enter this museum, you only need to pay 20,000 rupiah.
That's right. But unfortunately, our time here will soon be over.
Yes, it doesn't feel like it. Our time is short. Well, because after this we also have a lot of other activities, right? So we can just stop here.
Warga Budaya, maybe you also have other activities. Enjoy continuing your activities. Hopefully, we can meet again another time.
I'm Marini Apriyanti Tamba.
I am Luthfi Ersa Dzikriansyah.
And I'm Maulina, Atika, Sari, would like to thank the listeners very much.
We ask you to excuse ourselves and see you again on another occasion. Bye.
Terima kasih. Anda sedang mendengarkan Radio Komunitas BBM FM 107,7 MHz.